Greetings and welcome. It's Psychic Medium Roberto, and hope you're doing well. So before I do the trigger warnings and the disclaimers, I'm starting the recording. Now, of course, this would be Ep 4 with slight dread because I'm just saying I'm not doing shows to generate more views here, that's for sure. I've been tug and warring with the show this week. All right, so what I want to just let you know is what I've done so far on the slide. And in fact, I'm going to leave it as is where I am so you can see exactly what I'm seeing. And then I'll start working on the next or the same slide, and you'll see that. All right, what I'm getting to at this stage of me, I've literally just put out the dates. And of course, we're looking at the date when Catherine was spotted at the local market or shop. What I'm interested in is the dates when this occurred and the facts. So on Monday, March 18, now I'm just going to switch to the next slide, right? Because I'm going to start working now. March 18 is when in fact, let me just type it in here, sorry. The report comes out, Kate spotted in public. Everyone calm down, she's fine, right? So I'm just going to put here, Kate spotted news, because she was obviously spotted either Saturday or Sunday, depending on what you want to read. Most are pointing to the Saturday. So what I did was I'm going to include the whole weekend, starting from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then going into Monday when the news broke and the fake picture, or let's just say it's obviously not a fake picture because there's people there. Of course, that can be doctored as well, but fake Kate. Let me just see. That's my preliminary finding, and we're going to go through it. So let's just say disclaimers are around. Everything I say needs to be tested in a court of law. And of course, we are dealing with a missing person as the framework and the context of the reading. Now, as an overview of Friday to Tuesday, the numbers overall for me are problematic. Now, March the 18th is when the news broke, and I'll get a picture after the reading and show it during the reading. Yeah, the whole very wrong picture. Okay, anyway, from a numerology point of view, my feeling is here that we are being forced into this situation. And I will show it from a numerology point of view. I will show it. But the feeling I'm getting is we are being, of course, lied to, but it feels like, and I might add, the feeling I'm getting from the William and team is the feeling I'm getting about Prince William and team is there's a bit of a panic situation going on. Okay, there's a panic situation going on currently in the air in this date range and leading up to it, of course, that they need to get information out, and I'll show it. But of course, it's not coming out. But of course, it's not coming out. But of course, it's not coming out properly. And I believe Spirit was trying to tell me to say con, that, it's like the con is on. From a communications point of view, we mentioned in the previous readings, the stack of eights is, in this case, we're looking at from a communications point of view. Of course, biology, we can appreciate, I did speak about Catherine's biology in the first episode and in the second, I believe. But from a communications point of view, because that's what's been fed to us in the fodder machine, right? Is we have all these imbalances of 8 again. Now, coincidentally, the imbalance happens on the Friday, March 15, and Sunday, this March 17. Now I'm going to start highlighting and putting arrows, but I can tell you now the general feel of the numbers over this period of time is problematic for me. And also, being an empath, and of course I also see aura, when you look at a weekend, and let's say happy couple going out for the first time, Catherine must be really happy that she gets a moment out in public again, right? All right, so, but what I'm getting to, and not to make light of this, I'm not getting that soft, warm, cuddly feeling that you would get with couples going out, or it's weekend time, in the perspective of Catherine and William. It's almost dead cold feeling. And again, we have these terrible 18 nines, and I'm just going to red flag them while we talk here, because now let me just... I've got all the 18 nines, so there's 3 in play. And of course, there are 9s around as well. The other number, and I'm going to mark all the numbers that are bothering me here. The Saturday, now this is supposedly the day of the outing. We have that 19-10-1. I'll mark it in red. All the problematic numbers, and I'll explain why. Of course, the 18-9, in this context, in this, it's like it's like, for me, from my perspective, the way it's coming to me is I'm being reminded of a murder. So, like I say, I use basic numerology, and with my psychic abilities and medium abilities, my mediumship and so on, it becomes intuitive numerology for me, right? Now, the billboard that, or the messages that have been flashed to me just looking at numbers, remember Gary Coleman? The 1910, like all these numbers are shouting at me, is like fake as hell, cold as hell, murderous in the air. It's just, it's horrible feeling I'm getting. And actually, I did a video on Monday when this all broke out. I was just feeling completely dreadful again. These people never cease to amaze me. All right, now, so there's another 1910 on Sunday. Then, let me just check. There's a 1910 on Tuesday. Now, again, you see, just below, and this is what's happening to me. And I'm sharing exactly what's happened. That's why I started the recording. 1910-1, then I saw the 13-4 underneath it. And I get the shock and horror. It's like, seriously, the little calendars that are in front of me is like shouting at me saying, "She's dead, silly, what you doing?" That's exactly the feeling I'm getting. These numbers are shouting at me, but because we must appreciate, we need to share this information. 1910-1. So do you see what I'm saying about So let's say the numbers so far in red, 18, 9, 19, 10, 1, just on that basis. Do you see what kind of days we're having here? Now the 19, 10, 1, and I've just recently had a similar situation actually. And that's why I believe some of the cases I do are setting me up for the next case, right? So the 19, 10, 1, there's an agreement in play on Saturday. Please come do this for this amount of money for the people, the royal family. 19, 10, 1, transactional. Transactional. That's what I'm saying. It's not love in the air on this day. 16, 7, terrible number in the context. 19, 10, 1, transactional. 27, 9, deadly number in the context of Catherine. And I'm quickly just checking. I've got all the original charts here. I just want to see something. Yep, 27, 9 is on that original chart as well. 18, 9, all over the place. Very much present on the last known public appearance of Catherine, December 25, concludes with an 18-9. And I'll show the chart. Saturday, it's like everything has been reflected as dreadful energy here. This is the hypocrisy we are facing as the public. You know, we are being lied to as the public here. And this is that feeling I've been getting. And I must say, Kate, for me, is in between. I'm glimpsing her in spirit. I must say, I've glimpsed her in spirit. I believe she's been present. I actually did get a message earlier on, and she's sorry about the lying to the public. Now, whether that came directly from Kate or from Spirit, I believe it came from Catherine. But there's an apology made for the deception. And Diana's been around as well. Now, there is... there was an interesting combination of numbers here that... All right, so we're still pretty much dealing with the numbers that are screaming. There's still a few more. The 29, 11, 2 on March 18th. Oh, that's a lie as well, eh? This photograph is a lie. Now, I looked at it, and of course, I work in an industry, audio, video. It doesn't take a genius to work that one out. And this is my issue as well, that the public have been lied to. And I looked at some of the comments when that photograph came out. I mean, all respect to the British. It's your monarch, it's your queen in waiting that is in distress, as well as your king in waiting. But I certainly don't want to be caught up in the fodder machine. You know, that 13-4 on March the 19th is problematic as well. That one I'm going to make orange. Now, there's the numbers that I was looking for. So we got the 33,303 outcome on Tuesday, March 19. We got the 21,3,12,33. Now, this is where I believe, gosh, you know what I'm seeing? So, but let me finish my comment. It's all about controlling the media space currently. Because there's been sparks everywhere, not just my channel. My channel's gone crazy. But I've noticed everywhere, even mainstream media are asking, where is Kate? So if people want to be sensitive about us talking about this, I think you should look over your fence and say, where's your neighbor been for the last 3 months? But you complaining that I come to your gates and say, people are saying they haven't seen your neighbor for 3 months, and you get upset. All right. That's why I don't want to be caught up in the fodder machine. So, you know what's just happened with March the 19th? And I've actually just experienced this in the Riley strain videos that I've just done. A young college student, 22, gone missing after a night out. And 2 weeks later, they found his debit card, and I looked at those dates, and the dates that the card was found matched the day and nights that he went missing. And the same experience has just happened to me here. Let me just double check something I'm going to explain. Give me 1 second. Confirmation is everything in this business, right? Ooh, we do have a similar match here. Right. I'm going to bring in onto this slide now. Of course, you're watching the time travel version. Oof. It's actually the date where, apologies, I'm just making 100% sure as well. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm bringing it in now. So what we have here, the day journalists spotted the ambulance leaving Catherine's home on December the 28th, right? December the 28th of 2023. So in my opinion, and now this is just from a human being standing on the corner watching an ambulance go by, right? There's clearly something wrong in that van and with someone in it, obviously, right? So that would be quite key in presuming, just on a layman's situation, that something's wrong. All right. Now, March the 19th matches, from a numerology point of view, the day or the night the ambulance leaves Kate's home. So we got in March 19. This is from, I believe, the first video, if you want to check it out, if you haven't. Pardon, I'm just quickly, OCD kicking in. I'm just keep making December 28th more visible. All right, here we got the situation. Let's do a match on these 2 days quickly. So 21-3, if you've been watching my crime videos, not a good number to have around. So we got the 13-4 on December the 28th. 13-4 is like the death card in your tarot pack. Now, we can all agree it's a positive, negative situation. It could be new beginnings. I'm leaving the royal homestead tonight in my limousine, and I'm driving somewhere to live forever and never to be married to William again. So that would probably be a possible positive outcome, right? However, on this particular evening, December the 28th, she wasn't necessarily going away or going on holiday, but was being transported to a hospital. So what I'm getting to about that debit card show that I did, the reflections are so strong on a key date moment that it reflects what's going on. And we see, so if that was supposedly Kate on March the 16th, so I'm going to mark that in red. Sorry, I don't want to fall into my lazy traps again. I'm going to mark that red. So that's the event day. I'll even mark it in red as well, the Saturday. The so-called event day. And I've pulled all the dates out so I get an overview. So if it happened on the 17th, good luck. The outcome's still going to be the same for me. Let's see. And I am remaining as objective as possible. I never want to force a situation. These numbers are screaming at me. That's why I started the recording. The reflection here is so vivid that we beg to wonder how they feel they're going to get away with all of this, right? So the reflection on the day that she is transported, and I didn't know this before the reading, the day she transported on the ambulance matches the reflection, which is March the 19th, in my opinion, of what happened to Kate. Murder in the air. Death in the air. I want to just, while we're here, what was the consecutive day? Here's the consecutive day, yeah. Oh my goodness. So I'm trying to see if the previous day and the previous day match. I think we may have stumbled upon something here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just do a double check. So I need to do 28, 27, 26, 25. So March 16. Oh my goodness. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are being fooled. Oof. I'm just moving things again, beg your pardon. Kate right on the left. I believe we've got a situation here, ladies and gentlemen. And trust me, I was resisting the case this morning. I did a private reading this morning, quite happy, content. I did start looking at another case late last night, but that's still in development. And then who was knocking on my door this morning? Kate. All right, I'm sorry, I'm just quickly getting this right. Oh my God. Excuse my blasphemy. Oh my goodness. I'm removing the December the 25th to the day she was supposedly seen at the market. I'm putting it underneath. So this is the December the 25th, according to all media outlets. December the 25th is the last known sighting of Kate. I'm getting angry. Because again, this is just confirmation for me, unfortunately. But truly remarkable that these days are reflecting hard, isn't it? This I find interesting. Look at that. 3710-1, collective murder on December the 25th. There was 3710-1 is collective knowledge, right? Collective murder 10-1. We got a 1910-1, death in the air here, guys. 18-9, murder. Do you see what I'm saying about, and I'm discovering this for the first time myself during this reading. I started the reading early. I would have gone on for at least 2-3 hours working on it. We have bingo matches all over town, ladies and gentlemen. We are being lied to by the fodder machine. This is the beautiful thing. Numbers don't lie. So the day she's spotted in town or at the local shop in her local area or wherever it is, we are getting the same outcomes here. And that on March 16, 1910-1, I just did 2 readings about this number. And this is what I believe. What I've noticed in doing shows, I get pinged on shows. I don't go, I mean, I've done 1 or 2 where personally I want to see what happened. But in the main, I get pinged on. I've been dealing with this as a human as well during the week. Because, you know, there's nothing worse than being lied to your whole life, as it were, type thing, right? Sound familiar? Reflections all over the place here. Ironically, the hoax on Saturday matches the last known day that Kate, the real Catherine, was last seen in public December the 25th at the end of the day. Was her last, when they came out of the church, right? After Christmas church. Is now we see her for the first time 3 months later. January, February, March. Let's call it 3 months for argument's sake. She's seeing the 16-7, 16 with the outcome 7. I'm getting a little hint of a performance, a small role for the day, a small part for the day. I'm now going to mark 16-7 in orange. Hi, I'd like to hire an extra for the day, please. Oh, you don't need to call us. You've got extras in your vault. Me being cheeky, sorry. I've got 7s in me. Double 7s, I'm told. So let's just see. So 16-7, definitely a bit part. Please come to the shop, select what you like. You can even keep the goodies and take them home. I'm just going to take a moment. All right, that was all about 2 minutes. All right, let's focus. Let's see what Sunday reveals. You see that transactional elements is around, guys. 1910-1 on the Sunday reflections. Now, just so we're clear, the event happened on the Saturday, let's say, right? So March 17, 18, 19 will be when I look at those days, I'm seeing a reflection of what happened on the Saturday and in and around that day. I don't think I've been clear on that, so beg your pardon. So that was all about highlight the event day and indicate the reflections, okay? So March 18, when the photograph came out, let's say, because that's when a lot of the news was breaking, right? And that's what, so yeah, that's where the 3 was. So on Monday, when I heard the news, I either saw it in a post or heard it or something. But I quickly did the maths in my head on the day. And what bothered me, and in fact, I'm going to put a block around it. For me, the 3 in the middle of the day is problematic. And yes, it can speak to, of course, 12-3 can be Kate. I'll tell you why I don't think it is Kate in this case, and I'll explain why I don't believe it's Kate in this case. Because 12-3 in the middle there tells me when this information went out, and you'll note also on the left of that, there's a 21-3, which is also problematic. That's what I'm feeling in this context. This post coming out, what is the royal family trying to tell us? What are they trying to do? And in my opinion, I believe here the 12-3 for me, and with that conjunct 21-3, if you like, is about control. So we'll note March as well. 2-3s, definitely control going on here. And for me, the control is also compounded, and I'm going to quickly do a pillar quickly. The issue of control is also compounded by the stack of 3s that we see on March the 19th. That's also problematic. 3 in the March, 3 with the outcome of the day. Too many 3s. It's all about control. Communication, control. But I also, on March the 18th, we have the 29-11-2 and we have the 11-2. For me, it's almost like, will the public believe this, or the public will believe this 50-50, if you like. It is, the outcome is uncertainty of the day, uncertainty. So I would even say, as I mentioned in the beginning, and I'm seeing that image again, William directing situations, even he himself is unsure that this will work. And I'll tell you, there's another sensation that I got on the previous readings, and I just got it now, and I'm going to share it now. I believe in getting confirmations, and it should be so. In my humble opinion, as far as I'm concerned, William is done with Kate. Right? And all this other little things that he's got to do to keep us hooked to the fodder machine is actually annoying and irritating to him. It's like he couldn't give a damn. That's my opinion. But of course, the public are sensitive, and of course we are. I saw a comment the other day with the picture of him and supposedly Kate in his Land Rover, or whatever vehicle it was. I saw a comment there, it wasn't Kate, obviously, but there was a comment that it's the new girlfriend that they starting to introduce to the public while we're still hunting in the fields for Kate. That is the way the royal family think of us, by the way. Beware the fodder machine. So the 12:03 in the middle of the day when this photograph came out, or this video, and it just happens that there was an eyewitness positioned exactly there. If you want to fake a video, I would suggest maybe shoot from the behind the person. Maybe you'll get away with it better that way. But the warning bells of the 18:09 on the day, the 29:11:2 is an unlawful act has occurred. Its reflections, now you'll recall, it's reflecting off the December sequence we spoke about in the first episode. And I'm not going to, for simplicity's sake, I'm not going to put out all the days under these days. It's not that level yet. But we can see the start and the end day is matching the sequence. So, of course, the sequence is going to match. And I'm still dealing with the I don't know, it's like, I know what I know now, but in some way I'm still like so disappointed. Like, duh. Anyway, that's the 7 in meat. We also tend to have these, let's see the best in people, right? I've always, my response to that comment is always, well, I would always at least give the person the best opportunity first. If they prove me wrong because of their own deeds, then so be it. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first impression that I got out, it actually made me, and Gary Coleman, I loved Gary Coleman growing up. He was actually the first Hollywood star I sent a letter to. You get fan mail, and I got a poster of him. In fact, his story pinged on me the other day. And I did go look at his situation. I might just look at that again. But when these numbers start popping up and screaming at me, it's almost like it's saying, why are you watching me again? It's like it's saying to me, but I've told you what's happened. It is that synced up. And the communication blunders continue with all the 8s around. All right, so that's where we are now. Let me just check the timing. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. It's gone quite long already. The other dates that have been pinging on me, and please share in the comments if you want me to look at some dates but I'm going to verify them. If I don't find facts to those dates, I'm not going to look at it. There's 2 interesting dates that a reporter brought up when Kate had an injury on her fingers. So there's those 2 dates that I haven't looked at properly yet. And there was another date on that chart. I think I used it. And then I had a question, and I'm just acknowledging that I have seen it, to look at, beg your pardon, to look at, so there's been a comment about to look at Thomas's wife, so I'm just acknowledging I have seen it. And then there was also the potential person that William had an affair with. Look, I've got that on the shelf. I'm just giving you a rationale if you're still listening, and that is when we have a key date like a sighting, Let's look at it. Let's keep those other dates on the shelf because it doesn't serve, although an affair with William and someone would serve a purpose, of course, but my mainline narrative must remain on Catherine, please. Now, we can argue affairs obviously affect her, but Catherine supposedly was sighted over the weekend, and of course we all rushed to the TV screens and our mobile phones, only to be left in the doldrums again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. Please leave your comments. I love engaging with you. And let's keep an eye on the news. And let's keep watching the news to make sure we're not being fed any more fodder. Have a great day. Stay safe, stay alert, and I'll see you in the next one.